Fasting is often discussed as a powerful tool for improving metabolic health. It is associated with weight loss, improved blood sugar control, and increased metabolic flexibility. Because of this, fasting is sometimes presented as a complete solution for insulin resistance. In this discussion, attention will be given to how fasting influences metabolic health, what it can support, and why fasting alone is not sufficient to resolve insulin resistance. Let us begin by understanding what fasting actually does. Fasting creates a period where the body is not receiving external energy from food. During this time, insulin levels naturally fall. Lower insulin allows the body to access stored energy, particularly fat, and can improve short-term insulin sensitivity. This is one of the reasons fasting can be helpful. It provides the body with a break from constant nutrient intake. However, it is important to pause here. Lowering insulin temporarily is not the same as restoring long-term insulin sensitivity. Fasting changes the immediate environment. It does not automatically change the underlying system. This distinction is essential. Insulin resistance develops over time as a result of repeated patterns. Nutrition, physical activity, sleep, stress, and body composition all influence how cells respond to insulin. Because of this, improving insulin sensitivity requires changes across multiple systems. Fasting can support this process, but it does not replace it. Now, it is useful to consider what happens when fasting is used in isolation. A person may fast for a period of time and experience improvements in blood sugar levels. Weight may decrease, energy levels may feel different. These changes can create the impression that the underlying problem has been resolved. However, if the broader lifestyle patterns remain unchanged, insulin resistance may persist beneath the surface. For example, if nutrition quality remains poor, cells may still respond inefficiently to insulin. If physical activity is low, muscle tissue will not effectively absorb glucose. If sleep is disrupted, hormonal regulation will remain impaired. If stress is chronic, cortisol may continue to interfere with metabolic signaling. In this context, fasting becomes a temporary adjustment rather than a long-term solution. This is not a criticism of fasting. Fasting can be a useful tool when applied within a broader system. It can help reduce overall energy intake. It can improve metabolic flexibility. It can support certain individuals in regulating appetite and structure, but it is not a replacement for foundational behaviors. This brings us to an important principle. Metabolic health is not controlled by a single intervention. It reflects how multiple systems interact over time. When one element is adjusted without addressing the others, improvements may be limited or temporary. Now, another point worth considering is sustainability. Fasting protocols can vary widely. Some individuals follow structured approaches, such as time-restricted eating. Others adopt more extended fasting periods. The effectiveness of any approach depends not only on physiological impact, but also on whether it can be maintained consistently. If a strategy is difficult to sustain, its long-term effect becomes less predictable. Consistency remains more important than intensity. This idea returns us to the broader theme of metabolic health. Insulin sensitivity improves when the body is supported across multiple dimensions. Balanced nutrition provides appropriate substrates for energy and repair. Regular movement improves glucose uptake by muscle tissue. Sleep supports hormonal regulation. Stress management reduces metabolic disruption. Recovery allows systems to stabilize. Fasting can fit within this framework, but it does not replace it. Understanding this reduces confusion. It prevents the expectation that one strategy will solve a complex problem, and it encourages a more balanced, sustainable approach to metabolic health. Insulin resistance develops gradually. It is influenced by patterns rather than isolated events. For this reason, it responds best to consistent system-wide support rather than a single intervention. In future discussions, we will explore how specific lifestyle patterns influence insulin sensitivity and how they can be combined in a sustainable way.